Why did the Scarecrow become a motivational speaker? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Hi, friends. Want to understand jokes in English? Not just grammar or vocabulary, but real fun jokes that make you smile? Great. In this video, we'll go through several easy but funny jokes. I'll explain what they mean and show you how you can use them in everyday English. Stick with me. You'll laugh and learn. By the end, you might even start telling your own jokes in English. Learning English doesn't have to be serious or stressful all the time. It can be light, fun, and even a little silly. One of the best ways to enjoy English and understand it more naturally is through jokes. Jokes teach you how words really work in conversation. They show you how English speakers play with language, meanings, and sounds. Today, I want to share some easy, funny English jokes and explain them in a simple way so you can enjoy them and also improve your listening and understanding at the same time. A joke is usually not just about the words. It is about timing, surprise, and meaning. In English, many jokes use something called wordplay. That means a word or sound has more than one meaning, and when you suddenly understand the second meaning, it becomes funny. This is why sometimes a joke may not be funny at first, but when you finally understand it, you smile or laugh. That moment is part of the fun. Let's start with a very popular type of joke in English. It is called a knock-knock joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us in. It's cold out here. At first, this may sound strange. Why would someone say lettuce, like the vegetable? But when you say the word lettuce out loud, it sounds like let us. So when you hear let us in, it's cold out here, it actually sounds like let us in, it's cold out here. The joke is funny because of the sound, not just the spelling. This teaches you an important lesson about English pronunciation. Some words look very different on paper, but they can sound very similar when spoken. Here's another simple joke that people love to use. What do you call cheese that is not yours? Nacho cheese. The word nacho sounds like not your, so not your cheese becomes nacho cheese. And nachos are also a popular food made with cheese, so the joke connects in a clever way. This is another good example of how English speakers love to play with sounds. Understanding jokes like this helps your brain connect pronunciation, meaning, and humor all at the same time. Let's try a joke that uses a common English phrase with a double meaning. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Normally, when someone is outstanding in their field, it means they are very, very good at what they do. But in this case, a scarecrow literally stands in the middle of a field. So he is outstanding in his field in a very literal way. The joke works because of the two meanings. One is serious, one is physical and real. English is full of expressions like this, so jokes are a great way to become more familiar with them. Now here's another one that uses a play on words. What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta. The word impasta is a mix of imposter, which means someone who is fake or pretending to be someone else, and pasta, which is what spaghetti is. So impasta becomes a funny word for fake spaghetti. Jokes like this teach your brain to listen carefully to sounds and break words into pieces. That skill is very useful when learning a new language. Let's look at a joke that sounds simple, but still plays with meaning. I asked my dog, what's 2 minus 2? He said nothing. This joke is funny because of the word nothing. 2 minus 2 is 0, which can also be called nothing. But dogs don't speak, and even if they did, they usually can't answer math questions. The idea that the dog said nothing creates a double meaning and makes the joke clever. Here's another friendly one. I tried to catch fog yesterday. Missed. The word mist sounds like mist, so the joke is saying, I missed, but it also connects to fog, which is made of mist. This is a very short joke, but it uses pronunciation and meaning in a smart way. Now, let's try a longer one. My friend says she didn't understand cloning. I told her, that makes two of us. This joke is based on the idea of cloning, which means to make an exact copy of something. When the speaker says, that makes two of us, it is a common phrase meaning, I don't understand it either. But in a cloning situation, the idea of two of us sounds extra funny because cloned things come in pairs. Again, the joke is simple, but it shows how English phrases can sometimes have hidden meanings. Here's a joke about time. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. When spoken out loud, 7, 8, 9 sounds exactly like 7, 8, 9. So the joke pretends that 7, 8, 9, and that's why 6 is afraid. It's a silly idea, but the sound of the word 8 being the same as the number 8 and the verb 8 makes the joke work. This helps you learn homophones, which are words that sound the same but have different meanings and spellings. Now let's take a smooth, everyday kind of joke. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. In normal English, it's hard to put down means something is very interesting. But anti-gravity means things float and don't fall down. So saying it's impossible to put down becomes both literal and figurative. This joke is a great example of how English expressions can connect to science, ideas, and daily language. Here's another one. Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they would crack each other up. When someone cracks up, it means they start laughing, but eggs also literally crack. So the joke uses one phrase in two ways. This double meaning is one of the most common styles in English humor. Now, something important to understand is that sometimes the joke is not meant to be very, very funny. Sometimes it is meant to be cute, clever, or just make you smile. These are often called dad jokes. They are simple and sometimes a little silly, but people still enjoy them. And for English learners, they are perfect practice material. Let's look at another. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now. Clean here means both physically clean and also free from an addiction. So it's a small, clever joke using two meanings of the same word. Here's one more. Why don't bicycles fall over? Because it was too tired. Too tired sounds like too tired, which means very tired, but a bicycle also has two tires. So once again, pronunciation and spelling create the humor. When you listen and understand jokes like these, your brain starts to think in English instead of translating in your head. That is a powerful moment in language learning. It means you're finally connecting meaning, sound, and context all at the same time. Jokes also teach you about culture. English speakers often use humor to break the ice, make conversations lighter, and create friendship. If you can understand even a few jokes, you will feel more confident speaking with native speakers. You'll also understand movies, TV shows, and online videos better because humor is everywhere in English media. Another great way to use jokes is by repeating them. Say them out loud. Listen to how the words sound. Try to copy the rhythm and pronunciation. Even if you don't sound perfect, practice makes your tongue and ears more comfortable with English sounds. You can also try creating your own simple jokes using the same idea. For example, you can take two words that sound similar and build something fun from them. Even if it is not perfect, it helps your creativity in English. Remember, you don't need to understand every single English joke right away. Some jokes depend on culture, history, or slang. It's okay if some jokes feel confusing. Every time you listen again, your brain is learning something new, even if you don't realize it. Learning English is not only about grammar rules and exams, it is also about understanding people, emotions, expression, and fun. Jokes bring all these things together in a simple way. So keep listening, keep smiling, and keep trying. One day, you will tell a joke in English, and people will laugh naturally. In that moment, you will know that you are not just learning English. You are living it. And that is the real goal.